Hello, what is up everyone? It is the one and only Jewel here once again, and I am back for some more yet again for the likes of the Mexi Toys videos. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more Let's Play of Mario Party 6 for the Nintendo GameCube. So remember last weekend is the fact that we actually did manage to win through the second board in Mario Party 6, which is EGAD's Garage. And today, for the majority of this particular weekend, both today and tomorrow, we're going to be hitting into the forms of the third board in the game, known as Faire Square. And as far as I'm aware, this is the board I was going to talk about ever since by the end of the second board of the game. Faire Square to me though is without a doubt the best board in the entire game. And it's also one of my favorites as well, mainly due to the fact that, well, it's kind of unique too, which I'll discuss more about that in a moment whenever we're able to get this thing started. So, as you can see on screen, that Brighton tells us about the fact that there's only one specific star space, and now it appears to be on the actual center of the actual, well, Faire Square itself. So yeah, here's the main emphasis on this board. It's basically going to be a casino-themed kind of board. And in a very unique way, either way. So you got yourselves the familiar slot machines as you see, as well as several happening spaces, ranging from this one that you can take a ride on a broomstick, which can either take you before the star space or skip over the star space entirely. So it's like a 50-50 chance. And there's also this happening space which actually activates the forms of some sort of like a luck-based event, which basically you have to force to pay like coins in daytime, but if it's nighttime, you're forced to pay stars. Well, only one star for every single player. Another happening space, like if you either land on either of those happening spaces, it'll take you back to the start of the board. And there's also the actual hat shuffle event, which if you remember from the shell game from the likes of Mario Party 1, then you may actually recognize that particular event, although we'll show it off and during at some point throughout the majority of the board. And as you can see, I'm going to be playing as Toadette in this board, the newcomer introduced in the Mario Party playable debut. Well, at least ever since during the forms of her first ever playable debut and her first introduction in character ever since in Mario Kart Double Dash. So, because of, you know, two characters in one card and all that stuff though. And while on the subject for this matter, I also managed to bring back Waluigi ever since a Towering Treetop board, because we have not seen him since. And also I did manage to bring out Mini Bowser and Daisy as those other opponents that we have not seen so far. So because of that though, despite there are only 11 playable characters in this game, so if that seems to be the case, then we'll pretty much gonna have to cope with that. So I do apologize for the actual commentary so far, just because I somehow accidentally belched, which is incredibly disgusting, mind you. But anyway, so what's cool about the forms of Faire Square, that is something to do with the actual main theme. As I said before, it's a casino-themed board, while usually we're going around in a town or something like that. So basically, we actually stumbled across the forms of some familiar casino casino stuff. Like, as I said before, slot machines, and also some hat shuffling, you know, just like in the forms of cup shuffling and all that stuff. So, and what makes... Ah, no! You're in my way! You're in my way! God damn it, you Mini Bowser, you try to get in my way. Or Koopa Kid if you lived in America, but still. Ah, I got screwed right there, but let's just hope if Mini Bowser will survive this, no matter what. So, anyway, a few things I want to explain when it comes to today's topic. Today's day is, of course, the 18th of September today, in this case in 2021, and it looks like so far we've only got about 6 more days to go until My Little Pony: A New Generation on Netflix, in this case G5, will be showing up. So, yeah, I'm still really hyped about that, especially noticeable I'm curious to see what that's going to bring us into, especially noticeable that I'm sure that other toy sales have already mentioned about this loads of times already. So even then, I'm very curious to be able to actually know, you know, James Marsden, you know, the same actor who actually plays, you know, Donut Lord, or in this case Tom Mikowski in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. And that could be also applies on the second film as well. So either way though, I was expecting if I was trying to do a slot machine, but I'm gonna have to save it up. So But anyway, and as I said this before, this board only contains one star space, which is actually on the center of the board, and to get stars, you have to pay 20 coins, specifically in nighttime. So, however though, here's the catch to this though, is the fact that this is the easiest way you can able to get a lot of stars in this game, or specifically in this board, and that is the fact that if you depending on how much coins you get, like for example, if I was about to get 100 coins, and if I managed to able to actually talk to Brighton on that for sake of the forms of that star space, he asked me to able to either purchase 1 star or 5 stars. So in this case, in order to get 5 stars, you have to pay like 100 coins. So yeah, that might be seems the actual minimum you can able to reach up into. And that was also when Mario Party DS roll around in DK Stone Statue, that board also has 1 star space, and you can able to actually buy up to multiple stars, and depending on how much coins you get. Specifically, if you're following for a let's play of that particular game, then I'm sure that Tiana will mention more about it, or I'm sure that she already mentioned about that during the course of that particular let's play, despite, you know, bad sound mixing or something like that. I have no words to say, but at the very least, our views count is actually way higher than it used to be, so... Anyway, and for that particular point is the fact that, however though, unlike any forms of Mario Party DS, that you can able to go up to like, let's just say 100 or so stars, if I recall correctly, whilst in here you can only go up to 5 stars, so that might be seems a little bit more sensible thing to able to noticing this from the start. Well, I've no idea why I say things like that. Can you keep it down, you stupid birds out there? Ah, geez, sorry about that, folks. It's just the fact that there's going to be a lot of emphasis on birds keeps on yelping all of a sudden, despite the fact that I was going to be a macaw and try to able to calm them down, but regardless of such though, it's just the fact that, well, you can still able to hear the actual game audio very well, so, anyway though, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I recently managed to able to complete it, today actually. I recently managed to complete it, Sonic Colors Ultimate on the Xbox One version. So all it needs left to do now is just the Switch version, which, for the record, I think we should probably save it up and doing at some point, possibly by the end of the year, by doing a Let's Play of the game on the Switch version. But then again though, it's just a matter of the forms of, you know, depending on, you know, uploading schedules we are currently doing on, and it's just a lot of things we can, you know, get a lot of plans to do so. But either way though, and yeah, we did manage to play Treasure Trollers again, so it's just that you have to be so accurate when it comes to able to get something, either a treasure chest or you might get screwed by the bomb, but either way though, it knows where it stands. And also, I really love the actual atmosphere of this board as well. And even to top it all off, the music is so amazing. Like, I can honestly able to actually remember this music every single moment's notice. Along with the forms of another board, which I wasn't terribly fond of, but at least the music until whenever we get into the next board is really relaxing. Which, again, we'll point it out and during at some point a day after until when My Little Pony, A New Generation on Netflix will be up. So there goes Mini Bowser, just managed to able to ride on a magical broomstick, and sure enough, he skipped over the star space completely. Unless, until whenever we get into nighttime. Speaking of nighttime though, the only differences between daytime and nighttime with this board, with this slot machine, in daytime, as you can see what Daisy just managed to participating in, basically you have to pay 5 coins in order to able to deal with the slot machine. If it's nighttime, you have to pay double the amount, so that makes 10, so you have to pay 10 coins. So, and as far as the nighttime version of that particular happening space, as I mentioned it earlier, about the luck-based event, basically, as I said before, that in daytime you have to give away 10 coins, and then you have to, God forbid, try to get your best luck by able to actually get a whole bunch of coins or stars in nighttime. So, I think it's like 10 coins for each player, so that will pretty much give one player 40 coins if they got lucky, and then if it's nighttime, everyone has to force to give 1 star each, and then one player can able to get 4 stars if they got lucky. So, And as far as everything else is, as far as I'm concerned, actually I'll get to more now in a moment, because we have a new minigame, Catch You Later. Seems like an interesting minigame to, you know, play around with. The mail has been scattered everywhere. Grab the lost letters and hand them to the shy guy. Return the most letters to win. And this minigame, not only does it make a return for the sake of the forms of, well, the top 100, but also that this minigame will make a comeback in the top, what do I say, the top 100? Superstars, as far as I like to point things out. In this case, Mario Party Superstars, for that matter. So, yeah, I do apologize for the actual commentary a little bit. It's actually got a bit iffy, because regardless of everything else, though, that's as far as I can usually try to describe about the forms of several other things worth noting for. And you might as well be able to know something already, is the fact that I have no idea what the heck is happening to our minigame instructions footage. Well, that's only mainly because, once again, much like in Mario Party 5 Let's Play, so far anyway, well, in this case the majority of Mario Party 5, as well Mighty the Armadillo has mentioned about this several times already, our GameCube decides to go a bit hiccupy again. Which, as a result, it will occasionally do that a lot for the sake of, the actual thing every now and then, which I absolutely have no idea what's wrong with my GameCube all of a sudden. I mean, it still works, but not perfectly by any means, because there are a few times that we keep on getting error has occurred message, so... Anyway, so here we go into nighttime, and as you can see, Twyla just managed to able to hit a dice block representing how much coins does the star worth. Like, for example, it hits 5. So this meaning that in order to get the stars in the nighttime variation of 5 coins worth, you have to pay 5 coins. So this is before when Mario Party DS was a thing, and basically in one of those last 5 Frenzies events, they did manage to able to include 5 stars for, 5 stars for, no, I keep on, like, messing things up with words today. I do apologize for that. 5 coins for a star, that's what I meant to say. So, and then, as you can see, in order to get 5 stars, as you saw, basically I have to able to pay 25 coins, which is the exact minimum. And as far as any other coins I would like to mention, they also include 10 coins, and also, I think 15 coins, and maybe 20 coins, and even 30 coins, and 40 coins. Oh man, 40 coins will be pretty expensive. Like, if you really want to get 5 stars, if it marks 40 coins, you have to get 200 coins in order to able to actually just to buy 5 stars. I mean, that sounds way too much, I'm telling ya. But usually, whenever I manage the first time I play the game, I manage to get onto this board the most. Mainly it's because, as I said this before, if you really want to unlock everything in this game, it's really is the best board to able to actually farm some more stars with in your star bank. And that way you can able to actually get a lot of stuff, including Toadette as an unlockable character, which again, in order to unlock her, you have to basically purchase the Toadette character in the Start Bank menu, and you simply gonna have to pay for 30 stars, and that's all you have to do. And also same applies to the forms of another one of those unlockables, which appears to be the 6th board, known as Clockwork Castle, and to unlock that, you have to collect 100 stars, and you have to pay 100 stars. So yeah, that seems way too much right there, but, and also same applies to the staff credits as well, which, speaking of staff credits though, I'll talk more about that in the future, because... Oh, looks like we're going back into what goes up again, but ultimately speaking, we are going down as opposed to up, so... Yeah, that totally gets the suggestion there. So, and also another thing is worth noting for is the fact that every time when I was in the nighttime version of this particular board, most of the time, if I see the actual price count is actually 40, and I was like, hell no, I should probably reset. And as a result, sometimes it's pretty random if it's either 5, 10, 20, or 30 or 40 coins for that matter. If it goes like way too pricey, then sometimes I always reset. If I was trying to able to unlock everything, maybe with like, you know, some missing taunts and also some other extras throughout the game, basically I can able to reset my game and able to force to let Twyla get a dice block, and God forbid if he's gonna able to aim for 5 coins price amount, and that way I can get a whole bunch of stars by able to actually just unlock everything. So, even though I haven't unlocked everything yet though, I mean sure enough I still only got quite a few items left, but hopefully I'll get around into that at some point, so... And I was literally 1 off from that coin to able to actually get 5 stars again. But that's okay, because I can simply purchase 4 stars, so... And I don't think there's any way you can get up to 99 stars, because... Imagine if 99 managed to come into play for these stars you can able to purchase, it will drag the scene on, so because of that though, I'm glad that it was actually in 5, so... Because unlike in Mario Party DS, that just makes things a bit faster. So because of that though, because it does usually say star icon plus 99 icons pretty much. So let's go this way, just because I really refuse to land on the red space. Well, it wasn't until in Mario Party 7 and Mario Party 8 that I have to able to land on one of those, you know, red spaces in particular, so... Alright, so Mini Bowser places his, one of his orbs in the red space, so that sure is something. And he was off by 1 space to get that star. Although until the next turn, he will be. Alright, so Daisy gets a 7, so... It feels like we've almost at the halfway point in the majority of the boards in Mario Party 6. Even though, mind you, there are other 3 boards, which I'll discuss on that until whenever we finish up with Party Mode. That's, I'm sure that most people already know what I'm going to be hit into at some point, so... Oh, and by the way, the difference, there's also another differences between day and night with this board. Basically, oh, by the way, the amount of coins you're about to be getting, depending on what icons you're about to get, I think those coins rewards are doubled up. Oh, and by the way, if you manage to bet on coins, as you saw on the top, there's actually a treasure icon. If someone gets a treasure icon, that means a jackpot, basically. And basically, you can get all these coins as you want to. So, yeah, it's very similar to Slot Machine in Mario Party 1 and Bowser Slots in Mario Party 2. So, there's not much different from there aside from, you know, we ended up on the GameCube generation of any sorts, so... Alright, cash flow again. So, but this time we are... I think I was going to be in a team of 3, aren't I? Yeah, I think I'm in a team of 3 again, so... Because I think, to me, the team of 3 might be a bit easier to control, unlike the team of 1, because the team of 1 has to able to deal with the actual, the shell and stuff like that. This will be a very cool, water slide. In fact, I would love to able to actually dream about this water slide more than anything else, if I was going to go to the next... holiday abroad next year, if things goes like back to normal and stuff like that, which I was really hoping that would be the case, because it's been like 4 years ago since I actually went onto the water slide. Well, at least technically 2 years ago actually, because of Center Parks I managed to went to back in 2019 and 2018 at the same time. I mean, jeez, that was such a great time for my life. Well, at least despite, well, usually Maxi has pretty much had some fun times in the past, so... Alright, so let's see what's in here. I would like to, but it's pretty pricey at the moment, so... I might not just go for the slot machines just yet, though. So yeah, look at that, I got 9 stars. And no, this does not mean that handicap is active, by the way, so it's usually purchasable stars, not handicap, unlike Maxi 10, that he just pretty much cheating the whole way through in one board, and that is of course Towering Treetop, and that's pretty much how that I usually expect. So speaking of the these orb systems, as far as I like to point things out, that's I don't think we can able to come across into the blue type of orbs for quite a while, specifically until next weekend. So, because you know, we'll probably talk more about that until when we get to that. Okay, speaking of Sonic Colors Ultimate on the Xbox One version, as far as I managed to complete the game, I'm not exactly 100% everything about the game yet, just because obviously I'm still trying to aim for, you know, red star rings to obtain, to able to actually, God knows, trying to unlock you know, supersonic for that matter, much like the original game, and also that there's gonna be some achievements I have to obtain as well. So once I've been settled with you know, both the PS4 version, which I already did, and the Xbox One version, which I'm about to get back into at some point later today, and hopefully, once all things settled, then we can probably tackle for the Switch version, as in a Let's Play version of that. So, at least as far as I'm usually trying to concern with that, so... Alright, so it looks like Daisy's also going to purchase 5 stars, because obviously Mini Bowser already obtained 5 stars, so that seems a little bit more, you know, kind of understandable. And by the way, you're actually gonna be able to hearing that little star jingle thing a lot if you manage to able to purchase multiple stars. Even if you grab multiple coins, then you will totally able to actually just max out a lot. I mean, it would be possible if you can able to go up to 99, but it is way impossible if you're trying to do that. Although, mind you, if you purchase 99 stars or something, I'm pretty darn sure you can't go up to like 100 or more, or 1000 or something like that if you're trying to hack the game, because I've seen the forms of several other like rare oddities videos in Mario Party Legacy recently, and they did manage to point it out is that if you get like, you know, 999 stars or coins, they did say like, oh man, that's quite overload. So I don't think you can probably purchase even more stars, like 1000 or something, because I believe 999 stars and coins are the maximum amount. So, at least what I think about that anyway, so... Alright, tricky tires again, so... Still have not played 2 of those mini-games in the center of this roulette, which is, you know, Note to Self or Sunday Drivers, but hopefully we'll come across into those at some point later down the road for this board. Or maybe in the next few boards until later, so... Even though this is the 3rd board we enter in right now, but at the very least we're pretty much at the halfway point almost of the main boards in Mario Party 6, but as far as everything else is concerned, we're not exactly at the halfway point of it just yet though, but hopefully we will get around into that, so... Even though sometimes the controls might take a while to get used to, but luckily we've made it. I should probably, one thing I should probably point things out as well, that usually in any other Mario Party game, they always manage to come across the forms of a different colored fonts in certain minigames. Like, for example, in Mario Party 1, 2, and 3, the colors remains the same, like usually orangey kind of font to it, along with purple outlines. Well, usually the purple lines in each letter. And as far as Mario Party 4 is concerned, they basically put up with purple, pink, or yellow combined together or something. And then in Mario Party 5, it's more likely like pinkish. And then in this game in particular, it was in purple. And then Mario Party 7 has orange. And as far as Mario Party 8 for start, basically it's all blue. And as far as finish is concerned, it's basically almost like orangey kind of vibe. And as far as Mario Party DS, as far as I'm concerned, you know, with the forms of the start and finish and all that stuff, it's more likely just yellow. And for Mario Party 9, Island Tour, 10, Star Rush, for 4 games are usually going to be included, basically the start is always green, and then finish is always going to be yellow. And for Mario Party the Top 100, that the start font color was actually yellow, and then finish is like almost pinkish, just like the forms of Mario Party 5. And Super Mario Party was actually like pretty white, so there's no color at it at all. But until Mario Party Superstars, it'll go back into the same colors as in Mario Party 1, 2, and 3, basically. Except the fact that it's all in the modern font. Which, I don't mind the modern font, because it was actually kind of interesting to me than the likes of the old style ones to me. Again, I might be biased, but still. Oh great, dual minigame time. Now of course, Waluigi's gonna duel against with me, because I pretty much gotten 9 stars so far. Handicaps doesn't count, so... But anyway, so let's see what dual minigame we're playing next. we are playing Ooh Zone. I'm glad that was the case, because unlike Pitiful, as you saw, that minigame is terribly luck-based. Ground pound the stage panels to find circles. Be the first to find 3 to claim victory. And basically it's all about concentration as well, because if you do manage to concentrate this very, very well, then you pretty much dominated it. So, in this case, let's see what we got here. Yep, I think I've recognized the circle locations. So, one on the center, and the other 2 on the far right. So, Waluigi, you in my way. Okay, there we go. If you accidentally ground pound the actual cross, then you get electrocuted. You know, this kind of reminds me of Pound Peril from the likes of Mario Party 5. But thankfully, it's nowhere near as luck-based as Pound Peril, thankfully, because it's all about concentration and skill. So, at least I'm glad this is a bit of a better minigame than Pound Peril, though. Jeez, Pound Peril sucks. Along with any other worst luck-based minigames in Mario Party 5, for sure. But again, that's the 3rd time we... Or actually, kind of think about it, this is actually our 4th time we're playing this godforsaken Same as Lame minigame. Jeez. This could really drag on a bit. But we'll just get this over with. Alright, let's see. I don't know if I might as well get this though. Oh, I somehow did. Along with Waluigi as well. Alright, so... which one's it gonna be? I didn't get it. Oh yeah, and another thing I should probably forgot to tell you guys is that between any other Mario Party games as well, that those spaces are actually on a different shape. Like, usually ever since in Mario Party 1 and 2, and 4 and 5, all these spaces are actually circle shapes. And then as far as the forms of Mario Party 3 and this game, that they do have like an octagon shape spaces. So at least as far as I can usually say about this, because usually I've recognized the forms of the octagon shape. Like, you know, 8 sides and everything else like that between, you know, Mario Party 3 and this game here. Although in Mario Party 7, I'm pretty sure it's like a square. And then in Mario Party 8 has multitude of shapes, depending on what boards you go into. Like, I think in one of those boards in Mario Party 8, in DK's Treetop Temple, I think it's like a cuboid-shaped space or something. And then in Goomba's Booty Boardwalk, it's all squared. And then same applies to the forms of King Boo's Haunted Hideaway, that's also a square. And same applies to Koopa's Tycoon Town as well. And as far as Shy Guy's Pokélex Express and Bowser's Warped Orbit boards, I believe those 2 boards do have a circle-shaped space. Well, how to play video doesn't count, because it's more likely a tutorial stuff. And in Mario Party DS space square shapes, it's more accurately like hexagon. So, because get it, with the hex is going to be representing with some other items and such. And in Mario Party 9, Island Tour 10, and Super Mario Party, and Mario Party Superstars, it's going back to circle shapes. And for Star Rush and the Top 100, it's all basically squares just because of title grid-based boards. So, and as far as Mario Party events, as far as I'm concerned, it's sometimes circle, whilst other times different shapes like dice block, you know, space and all that stuff though. Seriously, there's quite a lot of multiple type variations of certain spaces of certain Mario Party games. And also an honorable mention comes from Sonic Shuffle, which sometimes that game has circle-based space shapes, and also some of them are like hexagon or just spiky space shape. But either way, that's as far as I can describe about it. And also Pac-Man FIFA, that it's basically it's all just hexagons, and that's pretty much about it. So, at least if I recall that correctly. So, anyways, let's go ahead and purchase 2 more stars from Brighton. So, and again, in order to able to get 2 stars, you have to pay 40 coins. So it's a good thing I managed to get 40 coins as for that point. So, yeah, I think that pretty much described about the forms of Faire Square as a board itself. It's easily, without doubt, the, not only is one of the best boards ever in this game, but it also is without doubt my favorite, because, well, I just really love the atmosphere and stuff like that. Which, yeah, let me know in the comments below for the question of the day. What is your absolutely favorite board, or what is your favorite board in Mario Party 6? Because my one is actually this, so... In fact, I don't suppose that any Toys else can able to mention that question, because I'm sure enough, though, that, usually Daffy has mentioned about his favorite board in Mario Party 1 is Mario's Rainbow Castle, and his least favorite board is Wario's Battle Canyon, just because of pure chaos that is. And also Sylvester's favorite board in Mario Party 2 is obviously Horrorland, because it's really unique, and it'll bring that concept back in this game for day and night system. And his least favorite board is Mystery Land, and just because it's pretty much a spiritual sequel to, you know, Wario's Battle Canyon. And Sonic's favorite board in Mario Party 3, it will definitely be Waluigi's Island, because it's unique in terms of theming. And his least favorite board, it will probably be between Woody Woods or Creepy Cavern. I would say Creepy Cavern is his least favorite, so because of that though, because of its terms of progression, so because of that, yeah, I can usually describe about it. And I believe Tiana's least favorite board in Mario Party 4 is Koopa Seaside Soiree. Despite the fact that it's cool and everything, but it's just a very annoying gimmick where you have to force to deal with, like, Yukiki's Banana Junction point. It's like, let me choose which direction you'll be going. Kind of syndrome or something. So, but at least at the very least, her favorite board will have to be Shy Guy's Jungle Jam, just because it's all atmospheric and everything. And Mighty's favorite board in Mario Party 5, as what he mentioned about this several times already, is Pirate Dream. And his least favorite board is, sadly, Bowser Nightmare, the final board in Mario Party 5, just because it's kind of, well, underwhelming, but at the very least, that's usually, relatively speaking, that we actually playing my favorite board in this game today. Although, until specifically next weekend, I will say this right now, the next board will have to be one of my least favorite boards, just because, although it's cool at first, but then every once in a while, though, it gets a bit too much for my taste, which we'll point it out until then. But I might be biased. Alright, new minigame, Rocky Road. Now this minigame's kind of fun though. Especially noticeable we can able to go for a road trip of any sorts. Team up with a partner to bust apart boulders that are blocking the Cinematic Road. The first team to reach the goal wins. I do apologize for that mispronunciation name for that little scenic right there, but it knows what it stands for, my spelling incorrections, so... In this minigame, not only does it make a comeback in Mario Party the Top 100, but also it will bring it back in Mario Party Superstars. Even though the only differences between the two, or the three, is that in the original version, basically, Shy Guy is driving a car, and basically that Toad or Toadette can able to actually do the job, because Off-Playable debuted. However though, in the Top 100 version and Mario Party Superstars versions, that I'm presuming that Toad might be the only one can drive the car, and then Toadette will be a passenger to able to pick up. So, whilst in here, I believe we are also able to pick up another Shy Guy during the actual trip, so that might be seems the only differences from there. And I believe in daytime though it's all bright and everything, but whenever it gets to nighttime, then I'm presuming the actual lighthouse will start to shine, so that might be the only differences I can think of. So yeah, that's as far as I can describe about this particular minigame. It's actually kind of nice though. While taking on the forms of the actual familiar road trip as I said earlier, so yeah, that seems totally obvious. Even though sometimes computer players can be acting out like an idiot, I know it's in normal mode, so don't question me about that. But it's just the fact of the matter is though, it's just that I just really refuse to get butt kicked most of the time. And here we are, we managed to pick up another Shy Guy that's jumping all about. And now we can head home. quite a relaxing minigame. I'm not gonna lie, despite the fact that you have to keep on punching these, you know, boulders to able to get destroyed and all that stuff. Alright, now we're going back to nighttime again, and let's see what prices are going to be this time. I'm hoping it's not going to be 40 again. Okay, so it's going to be 5 again. Alright, so let's see if I can able to use my mushroom orb, so that way I can able to boost my movement, so that way I can meet up with, well, Twyla. Alright, so 7, and... oh, so close to get lucky 7s. If only if I could have gotten that, then they'll give me 30 coins for sure. Speaking of another mushroom, there I go. Okay, so... it looks like I keep on getting mushrooms every time though. That's kind of weird, honestly. Ah, here we go. Here comes the forms of the luck-based event. But as I said before, this is in nighttime, so this means we have to force to let anyone else give away stars. So in this case, yeah, 1 star each. So there goes that. And basically, we have to choose between either 4 of those pendulums or 4 spaces that we can able to predict on. So, and if one player gets like the tallest, like prettiest flower of them all, then they'll claim their reward. So. I don't know, might get this though, but may be wrong, but it's just kind of luck based as you know. Well, I highly doubt Daisy not gonna get it. Sweet victoryness for my stars! Oh, that is so lucky for me. I couldn't imagine if Mini Bowser might able to get this, even though he might get like up to 8 stars and hopefully try to catch up to me. But regardless of such though, it's like a, you know, a luck-based element to it. But aside from that though, this board is so good, and it's perfect in almost every way. At least to me though, anyway. At least thankfully, unlike in Goomba's Greedy Gala from Mario Party 4, we don't have to worry about the forms of continuous island hopping. Well, to be more specifically, with the actual roulette wheel. So, at least we can appreciate that, so... And once again, Daisy might able to give Waluigi some of his coins. Well, nothing much anyway, because it's only 3 coins that she's gonna give to Waluigi. That seems kind of, like, upsetting for her. So on the subject for Waluigi, he's definitely gonna get 5 stars for sure, just because of, you know, the pricing that's, you know, the star's worth now. In fact, it's been like 10 turns that Waluigi now finally made it to the actual star space. Or something for that matter, even though I wasn't paying attention to that. Oh wait, because he got, oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, wait a second, he got 2 stars from before. But since after all he got screwed over by a dual minigame by me, as well as that luck-based event. So, yeah, but at least he managed able to get some stars back. Alright, so it looks like Waluigi's now gonna go to the left, and hopefully he'll get even more coins from slot machines, pretty much. Alright, another 4-player game. Any battle game around here? Nope, not yet. But at the very least we can play... Lift Leapers. I think this is easily my favorite minigame in the entire game, just because, you know, I'm pretty much a fan of platforming and such. Leap over chasms and between moving lifts to reach the goal. Whoever reaches it first wins. So yeah, since I'm a big fan of platforming and all that stuff, like platforming games in general, then I'm pretty surprised about this minigame, because this minigame is so amazing. Especially I'm always a big fan of platforming minigames here and there as well. Even though generally that Mario Party 1 and 2 technically does it first, but it's more likely the autopilot and or automatic like auto-scrolling parts, and you have to keep up with the actual screen. Whilst in here, it's completely pretty much like a side-scroller basically. So because of that though, yeah, you can able to get like any control at all times. So, and as you can see, I'm pretty much master at this basically. I was really hoping I can get ourselves a new record. I wonder if I can do that. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Oh, I could have able to actually get the fastest time if possible, but I'm not gonna take my risks. New record! So he's standing right next to the rainbow. Yeah, pretty tight. Pretty tight in general. Especially I'm pretty good at this though.